Hello, everyone, and welcome to JSA TV, where we're covering the latest stories, trends, and innovations from leaders across the digital infrastructure industry. We are coming to you live from the Expo Hall floor of Channel Partners in beautiful Las Vegas. And for our first interviews of the day, I think it's going to be a really good one. I've got a great feeling about this. We've got Terry Corder and Diane Frazetta joining us from Fusion Connect. Thank you so much for coming to JSA TV.
Thank you, Keely.
Thanks for having us. You're welcome. And we're really excited to talk to you guys about all of the things that you guys have going on. You have just launched a new partner program at Channel Partners, no less. What a wonderful place to do it. We'd love to hear just a little bit more about that.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, so the goal of our partner program that's called Elevate is really to attract new partner relationships, but also to nurture and grow our existing partner relationships. We're already showing up for our partners with access to a full suite of products and services that they can bring to their customers to enable a fully redundant, a reliable communication and collaboration platform. So what the Elevate Partner Program does is really rewards partners for loyalty, their loyalty with us, and bringing us continued mutual business. It's a 3-tiered program, and the way that you are qualified for the program is through revenue growth, but also how many opportunities you're putting into our pipeline, into our funnel. And that's the mutual funnel, obviously. As you grow in tiers, as you level up in tiers, so do your benefits. So we've got all kinds of information on the program at our booth, and we'd love for you to stop by and hear more about it.
Again, there just couldn't be a better spot to launch a program like that, and I hope that you're having just the best success in educating people about it. I want to switch gears here for just a moment, Terry, and talk to you real quick about, in general, the tech and telecom industry. Yeah. It's always changing. That's always a constant, is change, right?
So that is the only constant.
Absolutely. So how is Fusion Connect preparing for that next gen of partner solutions, this next iteration of what's to come? But also, on top of that, what are the trends and technologies that you believe will define what that future is for you?
Absolutely. So the trend that everybody has heard of, and we all almost are getting sick of hearing about it, is AI. Everybody hears AI. But when you hear AI, most people think about, it's AI in the calling or AI in your messaging. But we're really looking at it as AI and how it relates to your business and how you do business. So we're looking at that in its totality, and maybe AI within networking and AI within helping our partners identify solutions for their clients on more smart networking solutions and advanced networking technology. So we're working with our partners in that fashion, looking at the future of networking and the future of how we can bring that to our partners. So really, we see that as the future landscape. So instead of us just bringing the same AI that everybody is out there talking about and following trend, we want to take a look at that and try to make those advancements, especially in advanced networking.
Yeah, I think you're right. We're at the point now where, like you said, we've talked a lot.
Everybody's
about
sick
AI,
about it.
Now it's time to say, okay, how are we using it, and
how
is it moving the business forward?
Exactly.
So, on that note, with those rapidly changing dynamics in the channel space, including AI, like we've talked about here, what steps additionally are you taking to ensure that constant growth of your partner program and just of the company?
Go ahead.
Yeah, there are so many different ways that we're bringing benefits to the partner community, right? And the program is one aspect of that. But one very specific example of how we're truly making this it's a partnership. There's no other way to define it, right? It's a two-way street, right? So we keep our partners engaged with our customers, and we consider them mutual customers. We've even gone so far as to do something that I think is unheard of in the industry, and that's to pay renewal on spiffs. Pay spiffs on renewals, which is even better.
That's right.
Even better, yeah. And I don't think anybody else is doing that.
Exactly. And we're listening to our partners, and we're trying to bring in not just channel managers to the event. Everybody's bringing their channel here, but we're also bringing in our product management. I'm with our product management team. We've got some other product managers here. We're here to listen to our partners, and we want to make sure that we're hearing what their customers need and making sure that we're delivering exactly what the customer needs and what our partners are hearing in the field. So we want to make sure at Fusion Connect, we're not just listening to what maybe the industry magazines are telling us, but what our partners are hearing in the field, because they're what's most important to us, is making sure that we're delivering what they and their clients need.
Absolutely. Such a critical piece of advice about that.
I think so.
Absolutely. Well, thank you both very much for joining us today and for kicking off our JSA TV live streams here at Channel Partners. Once again, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the show and the rest of your time here at Channel Partners. And to our viewers, thanks for tuning in. Stick around. A lot more to come here live from the Channel Partners Hall and Expo. In the meantime, stay curious and stay connected, everyone.
Thank you.
Welcome back to JSA TV, where we're covering the latest stories, trends, and innovations from leaders across the digital infrastructure industry. And we are coming to you live from the expo floor of Channel Partners 2025 in Las Vegas. Right now, we've got William Rubio from Calltower. Thanks so much for being here with us today.
Keely, thank you very much for having us. I'm excited to be here with you.
Yeah, it sounds like it's been a good couple of days for you so far here at Channel Partners.
It has. You could actually tell probably with my hoarse voice that I currently have. And we've been doing a lot of talking, but there's a lot of excitement about what Calltower is doing, how we're partnering with our channel partners overall. So definitely a really good show for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we were just chatting here beforehand, I said I wanted to ask you a little bit about your recent acquisition of Enoria. And you said, oh, that's easy. We've been talking about that all week. It's been a very interesting piece of news that people are just really interested about. So tell us about it. And
sure, so the great thing is we acquired Enoria right at the beginning of the year. So we're kind of in month 3 of it right now, that the way it's working. But this is new to the channel, and what we wanted to do is we wanted to really introduce Enoria and what they could bring to the table into the channel at this show. So there's been a lot of conversations that we've had with a lot of our partners with it overall. So it's been really good. And when we looked at Enoria, the main thing that we looked at was that they were going to bring a couple of different facets to the business that we saw we had some limitations in. They're bringing professional services around the CX type of design for customers. They're bringing managed services. They're bringing support services. Obviously AI, which everyone's into overall. So the expertise that they're bringing within a contact center environment is bar none the best. They have a great partnership with Genesis, which is one of the large contact center solutions out there. And they've won Partner of the Year twice in Canada with them, and we're expanding that now into the U.S. and also over into Europe as well. So it's been a great 3 months working with them right now, and I think some of their guys are a little shocked about how we're doing this here at Channel Partners. But all the channel partners have been very receptive to what we're bringing to the table and how we can work together and drive really business outcomes for their customers.
Well, it sounds like it's a beautiful fit for the company, and it sounds like it's really able to enhance what you're already doing. And I want to double back to your AI comment, because people are talking about AI quite a lot. So as AI continues to transform the business landscape, how is Calltower integrating AI into solutions, and in particular in the areas of communication, collaboration, to better drive business for your clients?
I think when you're looking at AI, what conversation doesn't talk about AI or has AI in its subject? And we kind of joke about it internally, because we say we're getting calls from customers saying, I want AI. And we say, great, what do you want to do with it? They say, oh, I don't know, I just want it. and it really is like that. And I think the hardest thing right now with AI is very exciting, but I think the hardest thing is really getting people to understand how to apply it really in the business world, right? With the different things. And I think what's going on is you're seeing some CEOs basically give the mandate that we will use AI, and they're going to the CIO or going to the director of IT, and the director of IT sitting there throwing his hands up saying, okay, I got to buy it. So Will, help me out. And I say, okay, where do you want to apply it, right? And a lot of people, what they're doing is they're trying to really, I think, move heaven and earth. And I think that sometimes limits what they're doing. It's like, guys, AI is here to really do a lot of things, but baby steps, right? Crawl, walk, run. Automate a catalog that you have to do, right? Add it maybe to your website a little bit, just so you get maybe a conversational piece going with customers if they're interested in your services. Tie it into your knowledge base. Different things like that you don't have to go ahead and build, as I say, a 10-bedroom house for a one person, right? I mean, you don't need that overkill right away. You'll build it when it's needed, but start with those easy wins and then go ahead and go for the larger ones. And now with the combination of Calltower and Enoria, we're bringing AI into that next level for customers to make those right business decisions so that they could drive the right business outcomes for them.
Yeah, I'm leaning on you as a trusted partner and advisor to help them set that strategy so that they don't get too much too fast with it, and then they're sitting there with something that they can't fully utilize. So it's definitely valuable to have partners such as yourself driving those conversations. So with the changes in telecom and the cloud communication sectors, what other trends or challenges are you seeing as most relevant to Calltower at this point?
That's a great question, and it's interesting because I think the industry keeps evolving, right? And if you're not evolving with the industry, then you're gonna fall behind. But years ago, you had VoIP, and then you had unified communication companies, and then you had UCAS, which is kind of a thing still now, and then you had CCAS. You had all these different acronyms, and now it's all about CX, right? Everything is about CX, that customer experience. And I think what we're finding now is that a lot of customers are looking for organizations like us. And I get this question, they say, what are you? Are you UCAS? Are you CCAS? Are you CX? And I'm like, I'm A, B, C, and D. We're all the above. We're more like a systems integrator. And that's changed. And we're seeing the demand in the landscape right now that customers are looking for organizations like ours to do a one-stop shop. They're saying, you guys tie it all together. I don't have the time or resources. You guys do that hard work for me and go that route. So I think that demand is changing. And going back to the Inori acquisition, we just saw that as that missing piece, because now everything stays in-house with Calltower. We help our partners, and at the end, they're helping their customers.
Well, congratulations on all of the great work,
Thank you.
and definitely congratulations on the acquisition. I know there's a lot more work to be done, but it sounds like you're off to a really great start.
Oh, great. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Welcome. Thanks for coming to JSA TV, and to our viewers, thank you so much for tuning in. Stick around. We've got a lot more to come here from Channel Partners 2025. In the meantime, stay curious and stay connected. Welcome back to JSA TV Live, where we are coming to you live from the expo floor of Channel Partners 2025 in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Joining me right now, we've got Mike Wynn, the CEO with Inflect. Thank you so much for stopping by JSA TV.
Thanks for having me.
Well, we're super excited to talk to you. Before you've been here in Las Vegas, you've been doing quite a bit of traveling. Yeah, we'll jump into that in just a moment. But first, real quickly, we'd love just to hear a little bit about Inflect for those who might not be aware of who you are and what you guys do.
Great. Inflect is a marketplace and advisory for data center network cloud services, so digital infrastructure. We're just bringing the Airbnb Expedia model to the industry, trying to help people find each other better and contact better and transact better.
I like it, the Airbnb of data centers.
That's right.
There you go. Well, all right, let's talk a little bit about your travels. As we've said, you're just a man of the world at this point with a lot of the traveling that you've been doing. You were recently traveling pretty extensively throughout Asia.
Yeah.
What trends are you noticing from the APAC market and how that might be a little bit different from some of the other geos?
Yeah, in general, Asia seems to be always a little bit behind in terms of go-to-market. So the way I think of it is America kind of goes first in the way you go to market around cloud or data centers or networks or whatever. Europe is a close second, maybe 18 months behind the way it goes to market. And then Asia is like maybe 3-5 years. Last year when I was in Asia, I saw the way that people were marketing data centers. And it felt a little bit like 2010, 2012. Right? Fast forward though, this time around, everybody's really embracing new go-to-market strategies. People knew who we were this time. Last time they didn't, right? But they knew who we were. They were prepared for the conversations around data, around engaging in this more automated way that we're going to market. So I think Asia closed the gap, maybe 5 years worth of a gap in 1 year. So I think it's we're getting to be on par with Europe. I think the shift for stuff that we care about, the clouds for GPU cloud and things like that, Asia is kind of next. Right now it's very much America and Europe, and Asia is very much next.
That's interesting. You said you think that they've closed the gap pretty significantly in a small amount of time. Is there anything that you think you can attribute that to?
I think in general, just kind of the overall, the world is paying attention to the AI trends and things along how infrastructure plays into it. So I think a lot of the push has been Asia saying, well, we better catch up in the way that we're doing things. There's a lot more investment in places like Johor and even the Philippines and Tokyo. It's all over the place, but it's built for the other markets, right? The U.S. markets, the customers and buyers in Europe. So I think it's the force of the market pushing this innovation.
Interesting. Okay, last question on APAC real quickly, but I'm curious to know, is there any one market that you're really keeping an eye on?
That's okay. From a new data center perspective, the Johor Valley in Indonesia is interesting. Well, there's like 6 markets that I'm keeping track of. Ironically, Bangkok is very forward from a data center perspective. There's new builds going into Japan and the inside campus. Kind of paying attention to all of it.
Fair answer, absolutely. It's not fair of me to make you pick just one. That's like making you pick your favorite child. I can't do that.
There it is.
There we go. I can't do that. All right. But you've also been doing a little bit of speaking. You were at GTC last week. Any insights or I apologize, not speaking, but just attending other speaking engagements from others. So any insights or breakthroughs that you've been taking away from that?
Well, so we started off this year, I think, I did one of these episodes at PTC with you guys, and the concept was around partnerships and the importance of that in a world where you're trying to automate things. But all of these components from a technology perspective play into solutions. So you really do have good, strong partnerships. One of the main things that I saw from GTC, you're expecting to hear about all the crazy GPUs and all this technology that people are building, but it's really about the partnerships. It's the data center companies are really important. The people who are going to fund all the data center builds, the GPU cloud providers who are going to fund and build out the cloud essentially that allows enterprises and others to actually leverage GPUs. It's all one big partnership, including the OEMs, including NVIDIA. So what I thought was really fascinating is this ecosystem is really tying together. I think we've had multiple iterations of things like Web 2 and Web 3 that have kind of broken people's mindsets of walled gardens between services and types of products and services, as it were. And everybody is really looking at it from a holistic perspective, right? So, a GPU does nothing unless it's in a data center with a network, it's cooled properly, and people can actually use it, and data is put into the supercomputer, it doesn't work. So I think that was the biggest takeaway is the amount of partnership going on between all the different segments.
I've been hearing that a lot as well, and it really does seem like that's going to be the next evolutionary piece of the pie to continue to grow our industry.
Yeah.
So what's next for Inflect?
Well, I'm going to recover from this show because there's a lot of meeting our friends and partners, and coming on the back of GTC. That's a bunch. We will be at ITW in early May. We'll be at Data Cloud in early June. I will be in Europe at that point, so doing East Coast first. So if you're in New York, I'll see you in New York. If you're in DC, I'll see you in DC. And then some version of Southern France, London, Amsterdam. Pay attention to our LinkedIn. And then where's Mike next? Maybe we'll grab some time.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that's the best place to find out and stay up to date with what you guys are doing is checking you out on LinkedIn.
It is.
All right. Sounds good. We'll be at ITW, so we'd love to have you back there and just hear a little bit more about what's transpired between now and then. So come back and see us.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Well, Mike, thanks so much for stopping by JSA TV. And to our viewers, thank you for tuning in. Stick around. We have a lot more to come here from Channel Partners. In the meantime, stay curious and stay connected. Welcome back to JSA TV, everyone, where we are covering the latest stories, trends, and innovations from leaders across the digital infrastructure industry. We're coming to you live from the expo floor of Channel Partners 2025, and now we are talking with Cana Networks. We've got Mike Padula and Lyle Parrott. Thank you so much for being here with us both.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you.
And hope you're still standing and enjoying the Channel Partner Show. I know it's been a long couple of days, but we're super excited to talk to you.
Appreciate it. Yeah, no, it's been a great show. Everybody and anybody in the space is here, and they've incorporated many hundreds of MSPs now that just, if you want to talk to anybody and get a good understanding of what's going on in the marketplace and networking, this is the place to be.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you anymore. And I know you have quite a lot to talk about, especially since you've recently launched a channel partner program. Can you share a little bit more about that program and how it's really been benefiting your partners and helping to expand businesses?
Yeah, sure. So we officially launched the channel January of this year. And, we're kind of in this, we have a kind of a walk, run philosophy. And so we're very close to running, and so we're excited about the channel. I think what makes us unique about the channel for us at Cana is that we play in the tier 2 to tier 4 markets, and so we're very local. We're very we're intertwined with the communities, and so we do a lot of sell with our partners, but we're not opening this up to the TSDs, the big guys, and so we are just keeping it smaller. And so the agents can, sell more, make more money, and we can partner with them. So it's so far so good. We're pretty excited about it. Absolutely.
And I want to note that you said tier 2 to tier 4 markets, which tier 4 is not a term that I personally hear a lot about. So I think that is also another point of differentiation, that you're working in those even more smaller and rural communities.
Yeah, we are in very rural areas, and since we don't go into the TSDs, we have a number of MSPs and independent agents that have reached out saying, we want to partner with you. We want to sign up. We want to learn more about the program. We run our own fiber. We manage it. And, we have a really great reputation in the marketplace. So, yeah, that's a very big value add for us.
Absolutely. Well, Lyle, let's talk for a moment about Cana Solutions.
Sure.
So how do you help your partners just meet those ever-changing needs of customers? It's always a little bit different, especially maybe, market to market, it's shifting a little bit. And how does that set you apart from the things that you're doing in the market?
Well, I think our history kind of sets us apart a little bit as well, going back to the education days of building fiber networks for E-rate customers, getting our feet wet there, and then by acquiring companies to get more into the enterprise space. And now that we've done a lot of success there, and as well as in wholesale, we decided the channel was the next step to take. And in particular, that makes us a little bit different than our competition, let's just say, is the local feel for, our techs in those markets, who know those businesses, who know those owners, who take pride in having a relationship with these customers. And that's the way these MSPs work with their customers as well. So they want to have somebody that they can talk to, that can come and sit down in their office, that can look at them in the eye and address needs that they have in their particular market. Because as we know, it's different in every market. And our fiber network is really second to none. So that's another differentiator that we have over the competition, is our uptime. We keep putting money back into the network. We're not trying to be a all-inclusive company on other things, but we are expanding our presence in the market by adding more products organically, a couple at a time, to where we're very good at what we're doing, rather than just launching everything at the same time and being okay at a lot of things. We're very good at a few things. So
yeah, and just being very methodical about those things.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, we are here at Channel Partners, and we're talking a lot, people around are talking a lot about lots of different trends, AI, quantum computing, like lots of different things that are on the horizon or on the verge of being here. So just curious, question to both of you, what do you see as some of the more important trends in the channel space that you're keeping an eye on?
Yeah, I think from I would say an agent partner standpoint, we're finding that more MSPs that were once referral partners to the direct sales reps are now becoming agents. and they're rolling into either smaller regional TSDs or the big TSDs. And so they're getting accustomed to instead of getting a one-time payout on what they sell, they're getting now residual. So we're seeing a big push with the MSPs right now, which is really interesting. I think that for us, it's we look at the deal size could be up to $1,000 a month, probably a little bit lower, and so it's more of a volume game. But by having a couple of the larger, or shall I say, the independent agents in these markets, they're going to come over the top of the larger deals. From a product standpoint, AI is obviously the big thing right now, and people are trying to figure out, based off their existing customer base, how do we integrate AI into agent assist, right? Stuff like that, notes, and there's a lot of things that AI is doing that can really support a lot of these verticals with healthcare, manufacturing, financial, and so it's we're very keen on learning more about some of those products that are coming to bear.
Absolutely. Lyle, what would you add?
And as he said, we try to be a true partner, to work with our customers, to work with these MSPs, again, to give someone that can actually go down and sit down and look over a solution, help them with that solution, help them sell that solution, and I think that, the way that the things are going, as Mike said, with MSPs is they have a lot of trust with the customer. And it's a great way for a company like Cantera to add new logos to our portfolio without interfering with our direct enterprise team.
Yeah, that's a great point. Real quick, sorry. So that's a great point. So, they're going in selling their managed services and their core offerings, then they're complementing them with our services.
Correct. So.
Very good. Well, excellent insight from both of you. Just real quick, where can we go to keep an eye on all of the things that are on the horizon for you?
Yeah, so you can go to our website, which is Cantera.com, and we have full pages on all our products and services and verticals and the company history.
And we're constantly sending out new small stories about customers, of success stories, of new products. They're all on LinkedIn as well. So, that's another great way. Follow the page on LinkedIn. That way you can see the latest from all of our salespeople, because everybody likes to participate. We like everybody within the company to be their own kind of media person. And I think it's getting us a lot of attention.
Absolutely. It's a great way to do it. Well, Thank you both for being here. I hope you enjoy the rest of Channel Partners, but thanks very much for your time here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And to our viewers, thank you for tuning in. Stick around. We've got much more to come here from Channel Partners 2025. In the meantime, stay curious and stay connected. Welcome back to JSA TV, where we are coming to you live from the expo floor of Channel Partners 2025 in the heart of Las Vegas. And I'm excited now to be talking to Dan Valderrama with Zenlayer. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Oh, no, thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure to stop by and definitely update everyone on what we're doing. It's such an exciting show.
It really is, and there's just it's always a buzz. You can just kind of feel it. There's a lot of great energy here. But yeah, we're excited to hear from you guys. Love working with Zenlayer. We always know that you've got a lot of great things going on. So let's talk about your channel approach. Since we're here at Channel Partners, you definitely have emphasized a channel first approach. So how does that really set you apart in the cloud and edge space?
Absolutely. From us, thank you for the question. For us on our side, we really do take a channel first approach. Basically, for us, it is a partner first strategy. When we are also looking to really support our goal of going and helping the global 2000s, is really going with our partner community as well and continuing to work with them, developing new solutions to go to market with them here. And this is where at Channel Partners, where we really have those deep conversations with not only leadership, but also those that are in the trenches and really diving in and having the relationships with some of these global 2000 companies here. And for us, from that perspective, not only are we supporting them with the solutions that we have from a networking and also compute on a global scale, but then also providing resources for them to really enable their business so that they can actually go to their global 2000s and say, I have these tools to help you go to the global markets, to those emerging markets around the world, such as APAC, the Middle East. If you're looking to go to Africa, also India, this is what we can do in really helping simplify the experience that providing for their global 2000 companies.
Simplify it. I like that word a lot, and
Absolutely.
I like that approach a lot. So yeah, let's talk real quickly about that global access. As you said, that's definitely something that you have, and you can help people grow in that way. So with instant access to many high growth and emerging markets out there, how are you really helping your partners to capitalize and really bring home those global opportunities in a way that makes sense for them? It's different for everyone.
You bet, absolutely. Well, we have over 350 locations around the world with over a 200 terabit capacity of our networking. So for us, one, we have the networking and also compute capabilities to be able to support global 2000s. But then also we're enabling our partners to have deeper conversations. They're introducing us with maybe one simple transaction, and then we're helping them to have a deeper conversation. So maybe they were initially in the room with maybe the VP of network, the VP of the data center, but with bringing us in the conversation, we're getting them in the room with the CIO and helping them have a stickier conversation that not only helps this transaction that really got us in the relationship, but helps them have a relationship from 3 to 5 years out. And that's what we all are looking for out there, and really having a true success where not only are you helping them with that particular solution, but you're helping these CIOs optimize their IT strategy for the years to come.
You took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say it's a more strategic approach.
Absolutely.
Instead of what this piece and then this piece. It's the big picture.
You bet.
So as you've talked about, as we were just talking about, collaboration and innovation are definitely a key to the ecosystem that you're offering. Do you have some examples for us of how this feedback has evolved into some actionable steps out there?
Absolutely. We can go long beyond this basically interview here and talk about that. But some that come to really to mind right now are some of the AI deployments that we're going to market with today. We are simply having a conversation about bare metal, maybe a couple of servers, and we're actually then having a long-term conversation about, wait, what are they trying to do with that? And then we're standing up deployments in AI with over 4 to 5 different megawatts inside. This is also standing this up, also being able to manage that piece on just not one location, but many locations around the world. This is huge. For us on our side, we have our global stack, and we continue to optimize personally on what we're doing here. We're from a networking perspective and also compute. But some of the things that we also like to do is hear the feedback from our partners. What are they hearing from their clients? And then can we also go to market with that and help them with that. And then also at the same time too, look at the opportunity where we want to innovate our solution stack, and then we're doing that now. So in the next upcoming future right now, we're really proud to say that we're launching these AI deployments. I mean, now, as I'm sure you probably have been interviewing a lot of different people talking about AI and also the type of growth opportunities are there. But when you're working to that, you definitely want to have a partner that can not only implement a local AI deployment, but can do that on a global scale that adds also networking and compute, so that when you are also getting introduced to these enterprise companies, that they're going to continue to trust you because of the partners that you're bringing in. And that's what we're very proud to say that we're having with these partners, and being able to build that trust with the solutions and how we're delivering this to help them with their time to market.
Absolutely. It's such great work that you're doing to advance those global opportunities for your
absolutely.
customers out there. Real quick, before we let you go, where can people go just to keep up with all of the things that you have going on?
Oh, absolutely. You know, we are going to continue to be at Channel Partners, and if you're looking to meet with us today, and then also beyond here, if you just don't have the time in your schedule, channel@Zenlayer is going to be the easy way to go ahead and reach us. We'd love to talk to you. We'd love to have a conversation and really just find out how we can help you. And then more importantly, how can we help your clients and helping them grow?
All right. Well, Dan, thank you so much for stopping by JSA TV.
Absolutely. No, thank you for having us. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in to our viewers as well. Stick around. We have plenty more to come here from Channel Partners 2025. And in the meantime, everyone, stay curious and stay connected. Welcome back to JSA TV, where we're covering the latest stories, trends, and innovations from leaders across the digital infrastructure industry. And we're coming to you live from the expo floor of Channel Partners 2025 in the heart of Las Vegas. Joining me now, we've got Tim Piccirilli with Raiden. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate it. This is awesome.
It's such a great time here. Lots of energy, lots of things going on.
It is.
And lots of new faces to talk to. So we're super excited to have you here. Before we dive in, I would love for you just to tell our viewers, in case they're not familiar, just a little bit about Raiden and what you do.
Sure thing. So technology moves fast. Infrastructure, not so much. So Raiden resolves that by really providing the data center, power, and connectivity solutions that enable the rapid deployment of technology. We're able to do that because we vet and maintain a real estate portfolio of locations, brick and mortar locations, that are able to handle modern technology needs today. We take that portfolio of thousands of sites around the world and match that with a really deep technical expertise and a really strong partner ecosystem that allows us to develop, deploy, and maintain physical digital infrastructure that really enables client-focused solutions that enable them to both deploy at speed and with the business outcomes they want versus needing to settle.
Absolutely. And I can tell you're very passionate about what you do, and that's
super
so
exciting,
great
yeah.
to see. Yeah. I mean, it's incredible work that we're doing here, and it's just it's amazing to be a part of it.
It is. And you walk around the floor and you talk with people, and everyone's got that same kind of excitement in the air. And there's a lot of optimism that's out there, and it's really cool to be part of.
Yeah. Well, you were talking about partnerships and just the value add that you have there. So how do you approach building those strategic partnerships that are really driving growth and innovation across the ever-changing tech and telecom sectors? And what role are these partnerships playing in expanding your own market reach?
Great question. Partners are so important to us. Our partner ecosystem really is the accelerant for us to deliver for our customers. All of our partners pretty much have three attributes in mind. So not only the ones that we have today, but the ones that we're looking to include in our overall ecosystem. The first one is that they're client focused, like really being so fine-tuned. I'm a former Amazonian, so customer obsessed, kind of that idea of wanting to really deliver for the business outcomes those businesses are looking for. The second is the fact that they're solutions oriented. So it's not necessarily a matter of just trying to fit somebody into a space or a solution, but really trying to find out how best to deliver to the outcomes that that client is looking for. And the last is collaborative. All of this stuff is super complex. And for everyone to be so monolithic in their thinking and not trying to work with all the different providers in a space that's really trying to deliver that solution is super important to us too.
Absolutely. So you've been talking about the different way that you've been approaching the market here across the tech and the telecom industries. So how are you really differentiating yourself in this marketplace?
Yeah, so Raiden really is, I think, at first consultative. So we approach customers not necessarily just asking them generally what they want and being transactional. We want to really understand like what's their IT strategy, where is their AI playing into the mix, getting to the core of what the business outcomes that they want, not necessarily for just what they're asking us for today, but what does their growth strategy look like so we can be a partner with them going forward. The second is that we have some credibility. While we're a newish company, we have a lot of people who have depth of experience and proof of performance to actually deliver on the promises that we make to our customers and wanting to exceed the expectations. And our partners are very similar in that regard. And last but not least, we're fast. We are very, very fast. And we try to match the speed of business versus the speed of infrastructure.
Oh, I love it. Matching the speed of business. That is so true. It is not the same pace as the infrastructure,
it's not.
Is it?
and that's the credibility piece to it as well, is that there's a lot of kind of opportunistic, speculative players that are out there in the market right now, especially in the data center space. Well, we've been doing it. We have decades of experience on our team, hundreds of years across our partners. Like we can deliver.
Yeah. You might have just halfway answered the closing question that I have for you then, is just what key trends or shifts are you really keeping an eye on that you think might drive the way that you're going with your business? We might have touched on it right there.
Yeah, some of it a little bit. I mean, one of the biggest ones is there's a real big transformation happening in data strategy, right?
Yeah.
So all data is not necessarily used in the same way and shouldn't be treated the same way accordingly. I'm also a former Army engineer, and there was a great saying that we had of when you mix dirt and water, you get mud. When you mix mud and dirt, all you get is more mud. So if you have bad data, not the best practices, and you're not able to be adept enough to be able to handle the rapidly changing technological marketplace, you're going to be in a mess of trouble. You don't want to end up with more mud. And with hundreds of terabytes of data being created on a daily basis, it really is the mud and dirt type situation. So being able to be responsive to that constantly changing need, but also helping companies execute on the strategies of having better data management today and going forward is really important. I think the second is scarcity. Scarcity, while it's being addressed, there's single-digit vacancy in the data center space globally as one example. And while there's a lot of construction going on, it's still not nearly enough to be able to match the demands that we're seeing coming forward in the future.
Yeah.
And I think the last is that customization or that intentional deployment that matches specific business needs. It's not one size fits all anymore. So being able to have a good partner, somebody like Raiden in our ecosystem, can really help you not have to worry about the infrastructure side of things, not having to wait, not having to settle, but instead really have a partnership in place to come up with the digital outcomes that support the business initiatives that an entity might have.
Great. I can tell you've got no lack of things going on and probably a lot in the pipeline. I won't ask you what those are, but where can we go just to keep up with what Raiden has going on?
Our website, Raiden.com, that's Raeden, or find us on LinkedIn. Look for us around. We've spent the past couple of years really building up this ecosystem and looking forward to delivering for more and more customers in the future.
All right. Well, Tim, thanks so much for stopping by JSA TV. It's been great talking to you and learning about what you've got going on.
And it has been an honor to do this. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
All right. You're welcome. And thank you to our viewers for tuning in. Don't go anywhere. We have plenty more to come here from Channel Partners 2025. In the meantime, stay curious and stay connected. Welcome back to JSA TV Live, where we're covering the latest stories, trends, and innovations from leaders across the digital infrastructure industry. And we are coming to you live from the expo floor of Channel Partners 2025 in beautiful, fabulous Las Vegas. Joining me now, we have Jackie Steinberg with Dart Points. Thanks so much for coming back.
Thank you for having me. It's my third year, so with you guys, and I think my 12th Channel Partners Expo.
Oh wow!
Yes.
It's always a long show, but a really incredible show, and I think this year would be no different.
Incredible, yes. And I've heard it's a record-breaking one as far as attendance goes. So
I don't
really
doubt
excited
it.
to be here.
Since
Yes.
we're right here on the expo floor, we can see and hear a lot of the activity going on. So I'm glad to hear it's been a
Yes.
good one for you.
Absolutely.
Well, let's talk about your channel presence and growth, as there's no shortage of things going on at DartPoint. So we'd love just to hear a little bit about that growth that's been happening, and particularly in terms of partnerships and collaborations.
Yes, so collaboration is a really good key word there. We are very regionalized. We own and operate 11 data centers, and we have a very heavy focus on the local partnerships in those regions. We've invested in tools and partner enablement, training resources. We have recently hired 5 new team members, new leadership, a new cloud support person for the channel. So I am really excited. We're offering a lot of the resources to enable the partners to be able to sell where we're located, and that regional data center model that everybody needs.
That's definitely a lot of growth, and I know there's no shortage of demand out there.
Correct.
So it's definitely meeting it.
Yes.
Well, here at Channel Partners and just really kind of across the industry right now, a lot of people are talking about AI and the huge demand for data center services and capacity. So what I'd like to know from you, Jackie, is how DartPoint's channel strategy is aligning with this trend and how that might be creating some opportunities.
Yes, so AI and machine learning obviously are driving a huge demand for a data center, for expansion, space, power, growth, and we are heavily investing in that area of our data centers. We own and operate every one of our buildings. We have plans to expand and grow and still stick to that regional model. We do not play in the tier 1 market. So if you think of us and AI, we are in the 50 to 100 concentric circle miles outside of that realm, which is still needed. You need low latency, scalability, growth, all the space and power with AI. So we're keeping up with it and staying at the forefront of it, and really excited about what's coming in the next year and probably year to 3 years in that area. Yeah.
Okay, so you gave a little teaser there. So I'm going to ask you a little bit more when I say looking ahead for DartPoints. You talked about maybe some plans for growing capacity. Anything that you want to point out specifically?
Nothing that is public yet.
Good answer.
Yes, and we actually have a brand new CRO. He started a week ago. Really excited to have him. He is a channel veteran, which is excellent news for the channel partner community. We are a very channel centric company. Historically, we were a direct sales force for 20 plus years, and as of 3 years ago, we started the channel program, and obviously we were beefing up the channel. We have a channel resources, new CRO that's channel focused, teamed environment. So we don't compete. We don't have direct versus channel. So we do give our partners pretty much that it's a relationship business. They get to tell us what they need. We're very nimble. We're a privately held company, so we have a lot of control and decision making, which is great. My CTO would tell you he doesn't like to say no to a lot of opportunities. So if it's something that we don't currently have in our portfolio, we can typically source it out, wrap it in a pretty ribbon, and sell it to a customer, and a partner looks good, and the client's happy at the end of the day. So really excited about that.
All right. Anything else before we let you get out of here? Is there anything else that you're keeping your eye on or that's particularly exciting right now?
It was really exciting. The Alliance of Channel Women, I'm actually on the board of directors of that. And we had our largest turnout ever this year. We had a fabulous keynote speaker, Jess King. She's a Peloton instructor. She's my personal favorite. So it was amazing to see that. She's very focused on diversity, equity, inclusion, which is a hot topic. So that was really exciting, and the energy from that kickoff has been phenomenal. And I think we're on day 3 now. I've played pickleball. I ran a 5K. I've had 70 meetings, I think. So I'm just excited that, the follow through after this. A lot of work to be done, but excellent show. I know that our partners are excited that we're here, and I've over the moon and how great it's been.
And you're still standing after all of it. There you go. And a JSA TV to boot
Yes.
to wrap it all up.
Yes.
All right. Well, where can we go to keep up with Dart Points and all of the things that you have going on?
Our website, dartpoints.com. We are also very fortunate to have a podcast. One of our solution architects has been hosting a podcast, and we offer training, resources. You know, if you want to learn anything about Dart Points, about co-location, cloud, managed services, infrastructure, dartpoints.com, and you'll have everything there.
All right.
And come to me on LinkedIn too. That's my number one platform. I love it there. So we always post about events and collaboration with our partners there.
All right. Well, we look forward to having you back on JSA TV again soon. Hope you
Thank
get some
you.
rest as well.
Thank you.
All right. Well,
Appreciate
thanks
it.
for stopping by. And to our viewers, thank you so much for tuning in. Stick around. We've got more to come here from Channel Partners 2025. Stay curious and stay connected. Welcome back to JSA TV Live, where we are coming to you from fabulous Las Vegas and the Channel Partners Expo hall floor. We are talking with leaders from across the digital infrastructure industry about a lot of exciting things. Right now, I'm really excited to be talking to Sean Trainer with Connects AI. Thank you so much for coming to JSA TV.
Absolutely. I'm glad to be here.
And welcome, first-time JSA TV guest, I might say.
It absolutely is.
I know, we need a special prize or something, so we'll follow up with you on that. But for our viewers who might not be aware, I would love for you to just start by telling us a little bit about Connects AI and what you do.
So Connects AI is we're a call center software organization. We are headquartered out of Manchester, UK. We've got offices in Sweden, Spain, South Africa, Australia, and we've branched out into the United States over the past couple of years. And so my contact center software platform works for anybody who has a call center. And we've also built on top of that a virtual AI agent that can accomplish any of the tasks that a human can do. So it's an exciting thing that we're building right now.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons that brought you to the Channel Partners Conference and Expo. So I'd love to dig in a little bit more. Like you said, not you personally, maybe you did, but your team has worked very hard to build that virtual AI agent. Tell me more about that and what it's doing. AI is such a powerful tool right now to leverage.
So it's really a very hot topic right now. You know, AI is across the board has so many different use cases, but specifically what we're doing is that we've built this tool so that an organization that wants to expand their call center without increasing their headcount can use my platform. So my AI agent can do all the same tasks that a human can. It can do receive inbound phone calls. It can do outbound phone calls. We can do text, chat, email, WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, X. So any of the different channel of communications that you would want to communicate with your clients or your customers, we can facilitate that. And it's your best agent on their best day, 24 hours a day. So we have a variety of different voices that we can use. We can do different inflections, and the use cases really are only encumbered by our imagination. You know, for example, you can have an AI agent that helps you with collection calls. You can have it with customer support calls. We even do tech support calls where people can call in, identify what their problem is with my AI agent, and then it can walk them through the steps on how to troubleshoot whatever problem they have. So it really is defined by our imagination. One of my sales engineers likes to use the phrase, the art of the possible, right? So it's whatever somebody needs to have. And I would say probably the most exciting thing about it is that as I talk to somebody about what my platform is capable of, seeing the bells go off in their head, and people start to think about additional use cases and, well, we could use it here, or we could use it there. And so it's an exciting platform to be a part of.
How would you say it's helping the companies that you're going to be working with? Does this free them up to focus on other areas? Talk to me about that.
So it does it's got a lot of different values. One, it's very cost effective. It's very quick to put into play. But the biggest thing is that we can now increase their customer satisfaction, right? Customer experience is paramount for most every organization. And one of the challenges is people call into an organization and maybe they get sent around to a variety of different people to try and get an answer. But if we can do a one-call, I don't want to say a one-call close, but if we can do a one-call resolution for our customers, that builds a better experience for your customers. People today are used to speaking with an AI agent as long as it's conversational. I would say the biggest challenge that things have right now is it's not that people don't want to talk to an AI agent, it's they don't want to have that lengthy pause in between conversations. And one of the things that sets my organization apart from my competition is that we've built our own large language model. We don't partner with a ChatGPT or anybody else. And so my platform is able to respond to people in a much more rapid pace. So it's a regular conversation. And it's not an IVR. It is you literally could call in and have a conversation. So it gives a terrific customer experience.
Yeah, and like you said, I'm picking up and nodding my head on when you said being passed around to 5 different people.
It's challenging.
And then you just have a very frustrated and angry customer by the time they get where they need to be. So you cut down on that.
So if we can improve that customer experience, we can get people the information that they need quickly. It's just better for everybody. And we can do it in a cost-effective solution. I mean, it's less than 10% of the cost of a human agent. So there's a lot of companies that we talk to that say, you know, I receive more phone calls or more emails or more requests for information than we can respond to. that's where my AI can come in and be able to answer those questions for people, regardless of their channel of communication.
Yeah.
And we work with companies that receive email requests, and we can respond back to the people. My AI can ingest the email question, identify what it is, and respond back quickly, just like we can with voice or chat or text or anything else.
Very helpful. Well, before we let you get out of here, is there anything else that's particularly exciting to you right now, or anything that you're keeping an eye on?
I think the biggest excitement is just the adoption of AI. You know, I've been in this space for a long time, and I will say that since the beginning of this year, my calendar has been completely booked up. I mean, the amount of people who are inquiring about AI solutions, people are beginning to embrace it, where before, everybody was a little bit hesitant. But today, I mean, it is, you know, the whole show that we're at, there's a lot of discussion about AI, and I think it's really being adopted very well. So it's an exciting place to be.
Absolutely, it is. Well, thank you so much for sharing with us all of the things that are going on. Where can we go real quick just to keep up with the growth of the company?
So our website is ConnexAI, that's CONNEX.ai. Again, my name is Sean Trainer. Thank you very much for having me.
All right, Sean, thanks for stopping by JSA TV. And to our viewers, thank you so much for tuning in. Stick around. More to come here from Channel Partners 2025. In the meantime, stay curious and stay connected. Welcome back to JSA TV Live, where we are covering the latest stories, trends, and innovations from leaders across the digital infrastructure industry. We're coming to you live from the Expo Hall of Channel Partners 2025, and I'm really excited now to be talking with another great industry leader. We've got Chandra Pandey from Seon Inc. Thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you, Kelly. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to talk with you.
Absolutely.
So I'm honored to be with you here.
Absolutely. We're so glad to have you. Another first-time JSA TVer, so welcome once again. We are talking about a lot of really great things, though, but before we dive into anything specific, I would love for you just to let our viewers know, in case they're not aware, just about Seon and who you are and what you do.
Yeah, so thanks for asking that question. So I'm founder and CEO of Seon. We started Seon 10 years back with a single vision that we wanted to create a cybersecurity platform, because we were always from the view that you cannot solve the cybersecurity problem by having a best of the breed or silos product, because they leave a lot of gaps. And from the threat actors point of view, and especially in the today's market, threat actors pretty much walk around those ones and get into your organization to breach you easily, collect the information, exfiltrate. And a lot of time you just hear about ransomware, but there is a lot more beyond the ransomware, because if your intellectual property gets stolen, those are valued in hundreds of billions sometimes.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be in that boat. So that's the reason we did the platform. And what our platform does, it monitors all of your telemetry, log flows, identities, whether you are on-prem, cloud, remote access, in the real time. It proactively detects the threat, and it also contain the threat before it becomes a catastrophic issue. So if you think about matter attack framework, it kills into the early steps and stages. And then you are also not able to just kind of protect your organization, but you also improve your cyber security posture continuously, as well as meet any of the compliance requirement, which is pretty much in any of the regulated industry you have to do. So whether you are looking into the HIPAA point of view, PCI DSS, whether you are looking ISO or NIST, or looking CMMC or FINRA, any of the standards you are able to meet those by monitoring in the continuous mode, and be always ready, not only from the digital point of view, but the people and process as well you can put into the workflow to be audit ready anytime. So that's what we do.
It's such an important thing to be doing. I've heard it said in the world of cybersecurity and ransomware and all the threats that are out there, that it's kind of one of those things where it's not if you're going to be attacked, it's when and how bad, and whether you're ready makes all the difference in that. So great work to be doing. How has your experience been here so far at Channel Partners?
Yeah, so see, we have been here for 3 days. So we were at the MSP Summit, and then we are in the Channel Partners Summit. And it has been really great, because they have done a pretty phenomenal job, set up the people, potential partners. You see, one of the things is we address all the way from the smallest company to the largest company. So our customer can be like a 4-people company which are being serviced by a MSP, MSSP, or it can be a 450,000 people organization which can be serviced by a digitalization company or system integrator or value-added distributor. So if you look into from our point of view, so when we were in the MSP Summit, we connected with a lot of MSP, MSSPs.
Yeah.
We showed them that, hey, how you can make a big impact into your customer base and make enterprise-grade cybersecurity available to them at the cost they can afford. So it doesn't have to be extremely costly for them to be protected. And same time, coming into over here where we are meeting with the TSA, your SIs and your master agents, as well as many of the global service provider, to just show that, hey, how you can make comprehensive cyber security a platform done from the grounds up, instead of close together things, which is you can always bypass and go through them to breach it. So that has been a pretty great experience, and definitely kudos to Channel Partners and the MSP Expo team together. They have done phenomenal job.
That's really great to hear. I'm sure you're hearing a lot of forward-looking trends, especially since you're in the field of cybersecurity. Is there anything in particular that you're watching and that's really interesting and exciting to you?
Yeah, so you see, that's a great question. If you look into the cybersecurity, any cybersecurity kind of solution provider or vendor, your competition is not a company A, company B, company C. Your competition is always the threat actors, decision actors. And if you look into that, they are innovating pretty fast because AI, you are talking about ML, AI, and all that. They are using those ones to also figure it out. Hey, how easily to bypass any of the solutions a company have. And if you look into practically, one of the things you have to always imagine that you always have to be on your toes because cybersecurity solution is something you kind of like a set and done. It's not a functionality business. You have to evolve the solution and you have to always think about how the attackers are thinking about to evade any of the solution which might be in the environment, and it's not that difficult to do. And that's why the platform approach is like what now every meaningful vendor, they are talking about that, hey, silos are best of the breed, putting together which you cannot operate effectively and leave a lot of gaps. So platform approach is the approach which now everybody is talking about. That is the way to tackle the cybersecurity problem effectively. Is still that not everybody is kind of like on that kind of like a boat because of the many of that legacy and tussles they have in their own organizations and all that investment they have done. So, but the trend is definitely now people are thinking about not a functionality, but how to tackle the threat actors as well as those nation actors to stay ahead of those breaches instead of like reacting once those things have happened. But you have to be ready because sometimes it might happen. So you have to be ready to how to recover quickly. So the biggest thing you have to remember in the industry is how you reduce the risk. Look into from that point of view. You have to have a resiliency, and then it comes down to is like how you meet any of the compliance requirement. Not just like once in a year or once in a quarter exercise. It has to be in the continuous form that you are continuously remaining compliance and able to meet any of the regulatory requirement. But regulatory requirement should not be something after the thought. It should be that, hey, I want to reduce my risk, meet any compliance, and have a resilient kind of like organization. So that way you are not having operation go down because any of the critical infrastructure or any business you are, I mean, a hospital goes down, that there's many people's
It
life
can't
are at
happen.
stake.
That's right. It can't happen.
Yeah.
I can tell you are a wealth of knowledge, and people should definitely be talking to you about cybersecurity. So where can we keep up with the company and all that you have going on?
Yeah, so see, thank you for asking that. So definitely, if you want to find out more about how we work with our partners as well as our customers, they can always go to www.sekion.com and they can find that what Sekion is doing and how we work. And one of the things we always promise to any of the companies out there, Sekion goal is very much simple that, hey, we want to make sure you get enterprise grade cybersecurity at the cost you can afford.
Yeah.
So cost should never be a kind of like a consideration that, hey, because of the cost, I'm not able to afford the solution. If you have any issue, reach out to Sekion. Sekion will work with our partners network and make sure as long as, it's like you want to have a cybersecurity solution, we will make sure you are able to get it. That's our promise to anybody out there.
Well, thank you so much for coming to JSA TV. We're happy to have you, and you did a great job as a first-time guest. So thanks again for stopping by.
It was great to sit down with you, and I really appreciate all the great questions as well. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
Thank you.
Well, and to our viewers, thank you for tuning in. We've got more to come yet here from the Channel Partners Expo, so don't go anywhere. And in the meantime, everyone, stay curious and stay connected.
Welcome back to JSA TV, where we're covering the latest stories, trends, and innovations from leaders in digital infrastructure and, of course, the channel. And we are here live from Channel Partners 2025 in glamorous Las Vegas. And joining me today is Jen Waltz. She is the founder and chief security officer for Imaginative. Jen, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Buffy. It is a pleasure to be here on JSA TV.
It is such a pleasure. And we
Thank you.
actually just met you the other night at the Alliance of Channel Women event, which was spectacular.
Yes.
Celebrating 15 years of Alliance of Channel Women.
That's
I'm a member, you're a member. But not only a member, Jen, you're also the advisory board member as well. So one of the driving forces behind that organization. So why don't we dive right in? I mean, it's still Women's History Month.
Sure.
We just celebrated International Women's Day earlier in this month. And one big key pillar is mentorship.
Yes.
And helping more women be a part of the channel, be a part of technology, cybersecurity. So why don't you give us a little bit more details about that?
Well, first of all, thank you for asking. So, Buffy, in my career, when I started 25 years ago, there weren't a whole lot of women in this industry. And I remember that, and that stays with me, that I feel that it is my duty to make sure that women that are in the industry currently and women that are thinking about coming in this industry are received well and welcomed into this industry and valued and cherished for the gifts that they can bring. So mentorship is truly a passion of mine. I think I mentor, 30, 40 people in different variations of where they're at in their career, because we all need someone that can pour knowledge and counseling and advice and support into. So I'm a huge advocate of advocating for women.
Yeah, and I am too. And it's one of our core pillars at JSA, especially this month.
Yes.
Women in digital infrastructure. But also when it comes to Alliance of Channel Women and providing mentorship for women and the next generation, you also won CRN's Woman of the Year for the whole channel in 2024. So congratulations. Tell us a little bit more about that award and what it meant to you.
Oh my gosh. So first of all, I had no clue that I was going to receive this award. And the designation is CRN's Women of the Year, Role Model of the Year. So think about that. Someone who really leans into supporting other women, being not just women, but men too, our allies, and really being a good partner and helping and communicating. And how can I be of service to you? And I just was so blown away because of the magnitude of that award and what it means. I look at this industry, we are in technology really to be a benefit to everyone. And it was an honor that I was awarded that and recognized for being a person that really leans into helping everyone.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on winning that award.
Thank you.
Why don't we dive in a little bit more about cybersecurity?
Yes.
That's your company and what you do, especially in today's landscape. I mean, cybersecurity is so important, especially when it comes down to the MSSPs and also some of the key mission critical verticals and industries out there. So why don't you give us a little bit more details there?
Sure. Well, let me tell you about Imaginative. And one of the reasons why I was inspired to start this company is because a lot of companies, they think they want to go partner with a particular company, but the analysis, the financial analysis, the due diligence on that partner, are they able to truly articulate the vision of this co-sell, resell partnership together, and how you can get their salespeople activated? That's why I created it. Imaginative, we are a partner orchestration company. We do all the back end processes in terms of making sure you know your total addressable market with a particular partner or several partners, and then how you are able to actually articulate the 2 or 3 things that you're going to do well together to go drive growth and revenue. So I basically do the heavy lifting behind the scenes so that the partner sales managers and the channel chiefs, they can be confident that their efforts with these partners are really going to execute and drive revenue. And so one of the areas we focus on, in addition to that, is healthcare cybersecurity and regulated industry cybersecurity. Now, right now, we're in some unprecedented times regarding cybersecurity. There are attacks every day, there's ransomware. And one of the things is these two industries, regulated industries and healthcare, they know they have to beef up and they have to provide additional security services. So MSPs and MSSPs that are providing services, this is a great time to go out to large healthcare institutions, small or more rural ones, and help them make sure that they're more secure with patient data.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of the hottest topics, cybersecurity and ensuring that all this critical data is secure.
Yes.
Is there anything else that you'd like to chat about today, especially when it comes to what's new in cybersecurity and what's really driving home some of that revenue for the partners?
Yes. So AI is this hot topic that everyone is talking about.
It is.
But AI has been around for 25 years. If you remember intelligent routing and switching and how you were able to route traffic, that was AI. And I want people to understand that AI is not harmful. It's really here to make things better. And so when you think about AI and cybersecurity, it's going to be able to detect anomalies, keep you safer, understand, not only internal in terms of keeping your employees safe, but externally as well, and your clients that come through your website. So I think this is in a really advantageous times for companies that can really embrace AI and know that it is safe, but you have to manage risks. So it's a fun time.
It is. It definitely is a fun time. Cybersecurity, AI, we're hearing all about it here at Channel Partners 2025 in Las Vegas, the biggest channel partner show in the world. Jen, thank you so much for joining us today. For viewers that like to learn more about your company, tell them where to go.
You can go to www.imagenative.com, imaginative.com. You can also reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm Jen Waltz, like the dance, and I look forward to connecting and helping your businesses.
And I'm Buffy Harakitis of JSA. Thank you, viewers, for tuning in to another episode of JSA TV live from Channel Partners 2025. Stay curious, stay connected, and happy networking.
Welcome to JSA TV Live, where we are coming to you from the Channel Partners Hall in Expo and having a great time, I might say, right? This is a good event.
Yeah, this is a great event. It's the largest Channel Partners event in the whole entire world. The floor is absolutely buzzing. There's so much happening. Oh, and we have Chance here from the Golden Knights. He's been running around the expo floor all day. Chance, welcome to JSA TV.
First time guest here. Are you having a great time at the show?
What do you think about the show? Yes. And Chance is the official mascot of the Golden Knights hockey team here in glamorous, fabulous Las Vegas. So what do you think about Gritty? I'm a Philadelphia Flyers fan. Gritty, are you getting gritty with it? No?
I think we've just upset our new friend. Oh, you don't have to leave.
All right. So we are having a fabulous time
Okay.
here in Las Vegas with Chance.
Oh, and now me. Okay. No, I'll just tell you that I think Chance is a very good mascot, Buffy. We should be nice to our new friends here. Yes. Okay. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Okay.
All right.
Best Channel Partners interview of the day, I'm going to say. There we go. All right, Chance.
All right,
Good
Chance.
to see you, buddy.
Thanks for joining us. We have a few more interviews coming today. Like we said, everything happens here in Las Vegas, and what happens in Vegas
stays in Vegas. Okay. Well, that was quite fun. Not what we were expecting, but a lot of fun.
You
All
never
right.
know.
Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with a little bit more here from the expo floor at Channel Partners.
2025.